Good morning and welcome, Patriot Radio News Hour. Joe and Jason, happy Thursday. And well, wow, we got a lot of breaking news to talk about. Our toll-free number, 800-951-0592. That is where you get your gold, where you get your silver. It is where you get your Orem, your Iskander, and, well, anything else you possibly may need. Well, no, I can't say that's not true. Anything related to those subjects. Everything else, you're on your own. It's going to be 1 million degrees this weekend, so be ready, Phoenix. We're used to it, though. Right? Somewhere between, 116 and 118. But overall, it's been a pretty good summer. I don't care what they say. AllAmericanGold.com is the website. And we've got a big broadcast today, a lot of stuff to talk about and go over. We have a very bad development in the Middle East that is going to affect a lot of things happening today. We'll get to that in just a minute. Jason, Mike, and myself, we've been, again, trying to help everybody get into learning about digital money, right? Because it's coming. It is coming. Boy, man, we are spending a lot of money talking about the government here. But one of the things, and I get it, hey, it's complicated, and and it just depends on the person, and especially the older we get, right, the less we want to learn new stuff, and I totally understand that, and gosh, well, I gotta get this, right, I gotta get a wallet, I gotta get a VPN, I gotta learn a dashboard, I gotta, what if I make a mistake? We get it. So we came up with a plan. Here's what we're going to do. This is open to anybody. But if you want to send us, and you can go to the station, you can come into Phoenix, you can put it in the mail to us. For every 2 ounces of gold you send us, we'll send you 3 ounces within 6 months. And I'll say in 6 months, probably going to be sooner. It's going to be sooner, but in 6 months. And what do you have to do? Nothing. Nope, nothing. You don't have to worry about a VPN. You don't have to worry about USDC or USDT. You don't have to worry about dashboards. You don't have to really worry about wallets and how do I do it, and I don't know how to sell it. I don't know how to buy. I don't know, right?
We want to start by offering 1 per customer to start. This is going to be limited. This is a gold investment program that we're going to test. So this is not unlimited. And we're not going to start by having somebody.
Yeah, right. Yeah. We're not going to. Jason, great point. Yeah. You can't send me 100 ounces in 6 months. I'm going to send you 150. We're not doing that, right? We're just saying, hey, send us 2. We'll give you 3. It's like we're going to pour water on your gold, and you don't have to worry about doing anything.
Yeah, it's going to be very informal. We're not signing contracts or any big deals here. We're going to take your name, your phone number, and the date that we receive the gold. We're going to enter your gold into this gold investment platform that we're going to try out. Now, the gold that you give us is not the gold you will be receiving back. If you give us 2 ounces, we're going to give you 3 ounces. However it comes back, that's how you'll get it. So if you give us 2 20s, you'll get 3 20s. You may get 3 1-ounce gold eagles. We don't know how it will come back, but you're going to get 3 ounces by giving us 2. Now, we say we're going to have that 6-month window to get you the 3 ounces back. The sooner that people bring their gold in, probably the shorter the weight will be. If this works in this first phase that we're doing, we will rinse and repeat and do this more. But we don't want to incur any risk to losing it, because if we do something dumb, if it doesn't work out, you're going to get your 2 ounces back, and we'll call it even. But I think Joe and I and Mike, we've been floating this idea for about a week, and we wanted to. I would love to just go ahead and feet first and just go crazy on it, but we're gonna be a little bit careful.
Listen, we're gonna err on the side of caution.
Yeah,
and we feel good about it. It's gonna be simple. And it's going to be something where, because I get it. I you know what? And I'm as guilty as you guys, right? My wife is my wallet expert, right? She is. She's the one. Like when we talk about take Orem, which I've been telling, Orem's been great, right? Awesome. She's the one that tells me, right? I'm just like you know. I'm focused on Iskander, right? That's where I'm focused at, and I know that backwards and forwards. But this is the easy button. You guys don't have to worry about anything other than, like Jason said, whoever gets the gold here the fastest, you are first in line.
Literally, there'll be a line. There will be a line of people who get the gold to us.
Yep. 800-951-0592 if you want to get on that plan. You get to multiply your gold with the easy button. When we get back, though, listen, guys, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Big developments in the Middle East. Stay tuned. 800-951-0592, Patriot Radio News Hour. And again, the easy button here. We're going to take 2 ounces of your gold and turn it into 3. Just call us, set it up, bring your gold in. Like Jason said, we'll take all the information down, and the first guys in get their gold back first, and we'll take care of all the rest. But having said all that, let's take a look at the market right now. The Dow down almost 600 points. The S&P's down over 100. The Nasdaq's down almost 700. The 10-year note, 471. Wow. Yeah, I don't remember the last time it was that high, to be honest with you. Oil, okay, right now, NYMEX is up over $5, $92. Brent, over 100 right now, just under 101. Unleaded gas now at $3.50. Diesel is just running away here, up another 20 cents here. $4.35 on the wholesale side. So what happened? Well, pretty simple. The Houthis struck several tankers, Saudi Arabian tankers, here we go, right? We talked about this the other day, right? What was it yesterday? Right? You got the Strait of Hormuz, you got the Red Sea. Don't forget the Black Sea over where Russia and Ukraine are. But several oil tankers, Saudi Arabian tankers, hit by the Houthis. And now, here we go, the president saying that they're getting ready now to start carrying strikes out on Yemen. Also, I guess we're just going to start bombing everybody. We've been obviously continuing the attacks on Iran, but then it was, gosh, and I forget, I'll find it. I lost where I had it here. One of the African nations, I think it was Mali, maybe. I don't know. I'll get it. Threatening to strike them as well today. And then if you missed it, the president was saying, hey, we're going to, I guess, give Saudi Arabia the bomb? Potentially? What? You know, they were the ones that flew the alleged planes into the buildings. I mean, well, they weren't. They were planes. and the Saudis were on them. Apparently, that was yesterday. Today, the president did put a caveat on it. It's final approval subject to Saudi Arabia joining the very respected and successful Abraham Accords. Well, for those of you that don't know what the Abrams Accords are, how do I put this simply? They'll recognize the state of Israel, essentially. And apparently if they do that, well, they say this agreement, this nuclear agreement, it will be non-military use. So maybe they're not going to get the bomb per se, but I guess we'll get them up to where the Iranians are. Well, you don't get the bomb, but we'll give you all the stuff that down the road you can make the bomb with, as long as you say, we love Israel and kiss the ring. No word that Saudi Arabia is going to do that, Jason.
Oh, boy, well, let's see what happens. I mean, the on-again, off-again war, but it got oil to $90 a barrel, so what nothing else can do, geopolitical tension can do it to keep that inflation going. So got that oil price up a little higher. Maybe we'll have a real war here, I guess. Maybe the thing will be a reality before we know it.
This is, right. Again, let's hope it doesn't go any further, because if it does, right, we're not going to be talking about 90 or 100. We just won't be. And we get the same, gosh, Marco Rubio today, Iran's begging for a deal. Let's talk. Let's make it. Hello, guys, that's what they do. Oh, yeah. You guys want to stop launching bombs? We're in. We can just sit around. We can talk all day. We're not going to do what you want. I don't know. We'll see. By the way, the agriculture index. So, we talk about oil because obviously, right, that's front and center. And you're going to see it right at the gas pump, right? I mean, it's easy to see. Last week, gas was $3.65. Now it's $4.35. And probably based on this news, this weekend, I'm anticipating it going up, and we're probably going to be, at least in Arizona, we're probably going to be back to $4.99. What we don't talk that much about, though, food. The latest now out of the Black Sea. So we told you yesterday that Kazakhstan, who it pumps 1.6 million barrels a day from their country via a pipeline to the Black Sea, said, hey, we're going to shut the pipeline off because no ships are willing to come, because Ukraine and Russia keep blowing up each other's ships. Well, today the Russians hit several grain ships, corn and wheat ships that were trying to exit the Black Sea from Ukraine, has crop prices at a 3-year high. Gosh, I guess I would go back, to the start? When did Russia-Ukraine start? I can't remember. Was it 3 years? Maybe more. They're saying that the dollar-denominated benchmark that tracks all 10 major agricultural futures, wheat, corn, soybean meal, soybean oil, coffee, cocoa, sugar, and cotton, jumped to the highest level since 2003. Wheat and soybean futures are now at a 2-year high. On top of, it's been, I guess, a bad year for rains for U.S. crops. So, Jason, they're doing a good job of making sure, hey, we're just not going to have enough of anything. Not going to be enough oil, not going to be enough food. We'll see. I mean, Will Kevin Warsh's Federal Reserve raise rates because of all this? That's going to be an interesting one. They may not have to look at rates. I just saw that 30-year mortgages are now at the highest level in years. So where does all this end? How does all of this end? More money printing. It looks like we're going to start bombing more countries. So that's it. Right, okay, good. Right, that's even more bombs, more missiles, more stuff we got to pay for. By the way, the Senate, or was the House, approving another $95 billion. We'll talk about this maybe in the half-empty cup, too. And an agreement that will share some technology with Israel also in that bill. But looks like the second half of this year, the inflation that we were hoping was going to ease may actually go the other direction, Jason.
Yeah, we'll see. There's a lot of economic factors into possibly the inflation slowing here this year. But it's absolutely going to show up. Everything that's being done is to push that inflation and to get the debt to GDP under control. And I think that's what Kevin Warsh is kind of, that's what he's saying. And so, I mean, he if you catch him at the right time, he's only been around a little while, but he's saying these things out loud. You just got to catch him when he's not in some official meeting in front of press, I guess. He's got like a smaller audience. He says this stuff out loud, Joe. So he's gonna inflate this thing.
He's talked a big game. He's talked a big game. So we'll have to wait and see. By the way, the European Central Bank, they had a meeting today. They did not raise rates. There's a shock. I'm so shocked. Uncertainty remains high, they said. The full inflationary impact of the energy shock has yet to play out. Yeah, well, okay. They said regardless of what the inflation number is, yeah, we're not raising rates. The only question they are saying, though, is in September, the bank, you know how they like to do it. Oh, the odds of a rate hike for the next meeting right now are very high that the European Central Bank will raise rates in September. And the only problem with that, that's like 6 weeks away. And as we know, a lot could happen in 6 weeks. The one that we did get economic data out today as well, and it was on jobless claims. And wow is all I can say. This is quite an impressive number. Like I said, I've been doing this 23 years, and I don't think I've seen a number this low ever. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that this is the lowest print I've ever seen. It was, and of course now my computer does not want to work for me, but I want to say it was 187,000 people filed for first-time jobless claims. And, normally we're at that 210, 215, which is historically incredibly low, 187,000. And, Jason, that is not what the Fed wanted to see either, right? Because that tells the Fed, hey, we still have full employment and prices are going to be raging. I don't know. It's going to be put up or shut up time for Kevin Warsh when it comes to interest rates. It appears that, unfortunately for Kevin Warsh, the U.S. economy, at least as far as jobs goes, we may not be hiring anybody, but they sure aren't firing anybody. And, of course, they only have two mandates: full employment, which we're at, stable prices, which we are not at. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. I'm a little nervous. I was very calm. You guys know this. Go back and listen to me a month ago. Right? Oh, look at they set up Kevin Warsh to talk real tough and not actually have to do anything because the Iranian war, right, this thing was going to end. Well, fast forward, not even 6 weeks later, crops prices skyrocketing, oil prices skyrocketing, and I'm sure we're going to get all of the other things that we don't even track, that we're not even aware of, like helium, right? Oh, gosh, well, all this helium came from the Middle East. I just don't think there's any way, Jason, that inflation doesn't get worse from here. Heck, we thought we was going to, just stay around 3 and we were going to accept it. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Patriot Radio News Hour will be back after the break.
Yes, man.
0592 Patriot Radio News Hour. Already got people taking advantage of our the gold exchange. I'll call it it's like the gremlins of gold. You give us the gold, and we're going to magically make it multiply. You give us 2 ounces of gold, and we'll give you 3 ounces of gold within 6 months. It's a program Jason, myself, and Mike have been working on. You don't have to do anything. I think the best part of this program, you guys don't have to do anything. I know a lot of you guys are sitting on a lot of gold, and you're like, yeah, and maybe you did text it, like, well, you know what, I don't want to do anything right. You know what, I took it in the shorts, and I think that's going to turn out okay. I really do, but I get it. Or you're like, hey, I'm in Texas, I'm in Orem. Man, I've got apps, I've got dashboards, I've got passwords, I've got wallet. I'm overloaded. We're going to take it all away. You don't have to do anything. No VPNs, no signups, no dashboards, no passwords, no wallets. You just sit back, relax, wait for Jason and I to call you and say, hey, come get your ounces. And like Jason said, it's going to be this $20 gold pieces, gold eagles, buffaloes, maple leafs, Krugerrands. I guess a panda. If it's an ounce of gold, we won't do. I don't know. What about bars? Are we going to do bars too, Jason? I don't know.
We're going to stick to coins. We're going to be pretty narrow on this. Let's stick to coins. It's going to be easier to collect 2 coins and give you 3 coins. Or how about this? You give us any combination of 2 ounces. We give you any. So let's say you give us 2 20s. You may end up getting 6 10s. You're going to get 3 ounces. It's all about you're going to get 1 ounce of gold within a 6 month. In about a 6 month time frame. You have to bring us the gold, and then we have to get the gold into the program, and that's when the 6 month window starts. So it's not an immediate start problem. But once the clock is started for you, you will get your 3 ounces of gold in about a 6 month time span.
Yep. 800-951-0592. Just tell the girls I want to go on the gold program. We'll get your name, your number, whether if you're going to drop it off in Colorado, we're going to give it to Jason, and then Jason will call you. Let Jason call you so you can set up an appointment and get that to him. If you're bringing it here to Phoenix, great, no problem. We'll set the appointment right then. And if you're somewhere, hey, I'm not in, the Front Range. I'm not in Phoenix. Great. Just mail it back to us. And we can give you our FedEx number. You have to pay for it. It's not that expensive, but it'll be insured, so you don't have to worry about that as well. So you can ship it to us.
It's going to take a little longer, though. Obviously, if you walk it in the door, you get in line.
Walk it in the door is going to be faster.
It doesn't start until we get it in our hands and we get it into this platform. And we're doing this slow and easy. I think this is going to work great, But the reason we're going to do this, it's limited positions. It will fill up. Once those positions are filled up, we're going to see it work. And then once it works, and we know it's going to continue to work, then we're going to keep on doing this. And so, I think it's going to be awesome. Joe and I talked about it for a little while.
And again, I'll just say this. The people that are in first, I can just see this happening. Okay, come and get your 3 ounces. And then they're like, hey, I want to do it again. Give me 1, keep the other 2, and I want to do it again. And like Jason said, it is limited here. So the people that are in first, they get the right to continue in the program or not. So
and we might run the first batch and then may have to run the second batch independently. We're not 100% sure how we're going to do all of this. Mike's going on vacation, Joe's going on vacation, so we're going to be a lot more effective coming in August. But Joe wanted to start it. I'm like, all right, let's start it up. Let's get it going and see how many ounces come in the door and see how fast it fills up.
There you go, 800-951-0592 if you want to buy $20 gold pieces today. We had another seller walk in. You just never know. $39.95. We've got gold around $4,050. So you had an opportunity here to buy them below spot and really kind of right at cost for us. So great opportunities either way, whether you want to trade some, buy some. 800-951-0592. And, all eyes right now are on the bond market as we've hit highs in now that 10-year note above 470. We said it yesterday, the 30-year note, the longest streak above 5% going back to the financial crisis. Does it mean anything? We don't know. Right? All as we know is we've had setups like this before, and it usually doesn't end well, obviously, because it's not just the 10-year note, right? It's the Japanese 10-year note. It's the European 10-year note, the Chinese 10-year, the British 10-year. It's all fiat money. Essentially, borrowing fiat money is costing countries more and more every single day. And, of course, we know that we've got this war that we've got to pay for. We know that the Trump administration has let us know earlier this week the Pentagon's almost out of money, right? So they've borrowed from other places. Right now, the first number I'm seeing, $95 billion, and you know how they do it. Well, it's $95 billion, but we got this in there and that in there, and let's scoop some pork in there. Going to cost us more to sell it. And then on top of that, UBS now coming out with a warning as President Trump is now saying these tariffs, man, that President Trump is going to impose a 100% tariff on imported generic drugs starting in August of 2028. So that's still, 2 years away. UBS saying it will rise to 200% a year later. And reshoring all of this is going to make your prescriptions cost more for your generics. We'll be back after the break.
2 ounces of gold will turn into 3 ounces of gold. If you bring us graded coins, you will not be getting graded coins back. You will get 3 ounces of gold. So you choose whatever coins you reach, and you're not going to get the same coins back. This is a gold investment platform we're trying. If it works, every 2 ounces you give us, you will get 3 back. That is how it works. And so if you give us graded, we could try to get you graded back. We're not. That's not what we're aiming for. We're going to get you 50% more gold. in 6 months. That is what this is. And one more real quick one. We're getting, Joe, these are texts that are coming in. If you want to sell gold to Patriot Trading Group, the number is 800-951-0592. We don't do gold quotes on the text line. So call the number. Right, Joe?
Yep. Just call us here. And, and of course, right, just to give you an idea here, right, we're selling gold, right, and we have been, God, most of this year now at, near, or below spot, right? And so today is another prime example, right? We've got $20 gold pieces, and they're $3,995. Well, gold's $4,050, and it's a great time to buy, not the greatest time to sell. How long will that last? You never know, right? These markets seemingly turn on a dime, right? And at least for today, it is a buyer's market. One of the, another cool reason to do the gold multiplier plan. Hey, I'm going to end up with an extra ounce of gold, and hopefully, right, it turns into a seller's market.
It's always right? When it's a buyer's market, people aren't buying. It's why it's a buyer's market. It's a little more painful or harder to buy when everybody else is selling. But if you're acquiring when the bulk of people are liquidating, right, Joe? I mean, did you really want to buy it when it was $5,500, or would you rather buy it now? If you had the choice, you can go back to whatever time frame and buy it within the last 7 months. You'd buy it right now. This is the price to buy it. But Joe, it's that human nature, right?
It's just like housing, right? Man, how many of us wish we could go back and buy every house we could get our hands on in 2009, 2010, right? But again, back then, nobody was really buying houses. Well, you know what? The only one people buying houses back then, Wall Street, right? Everybody else was, either broke already or gun shy. But this is definitely a buyer's market for sure in gold. Like I said, I've been doing this a very, very long time. I haven't seen a stretch like this where you can buy gold below spot and this far back below spot. There are some times, looking at like 2013, 14, 15, 16, right? During that time period, gold got fairly inexpensive, and you were able to, maybe you were able to get a $20 gold piece once or twice during that time frame at or near spot. But, Jason, we're talking well below here. So it's definitely, for those of you that can afford it, it is definitely a buyer's market. But if you need to sell, we get it. That's what it's for. 800-951-0592. And now everybody's starting to warn here about oil prices. If you just joined us, the Houthis attacked several Saudi Arabian oil tankers in the Red Sea today.
The Houthis that last year the Trump administration couldn't win a little battle against. People remember this, but there was about a two-month war last year, Joe, to stomp out the Houthis, and after it was
we bombed them once before.
Yeah,
right?
and so now it was figured out real quick it wasn't going to work, and so they just kind of backed off. The news didn't want to cover it. It was a big loss, and this shows you that it didn't work out last year, did it? Oh my gosh!
Here's the thing. So we're hearing the same rhetoric now from the Trump administration. Today it's Marco Rubio. Iran's going to pay a heavy price. They call every day. We want a deal. We want a deal. They say they want to do. They don't. They're just like, hey, if you guys want to stop bombing us, we'll agree that we're saying let's have a talk, right? I don't know what the heavy price is at this point. I don't know that those threats are really doing anything to move the needle, because we've said that now for, how long now? How many months in a row have we said they're going to pay this heavy price? And then we go in and, we've been bombing them now for, 12 or 13 days in a row now? Unless we're prepared to do more, Jason, I just don't see them being real worried about, this big price that we keep telling them they're going to pay.
Yeah. Well, you're getting a little closer to September 11th. I don't know, false flag maybe? Get people all excited about a ground war.
I hate when you throw those dates out there. You do that a lot, too. You had, remember 222? You did that?
Yeah, 222.
Ace Radio News Hour. Final segment coming up. 800-951-0592. We'll check back in here. Yeah. Everything's right kind of where it was. The Dow's down almost 600 points. The S&P's down 100. The Nasdaq's down over 600 points. The 10-year note at 470. So a little bit lower, right? We're at 470 and change. Earlier today, crude oil up over $5 on NYMEX crude, 92. Brent over $6.50. Over $100 gas, unleaded gas and diesel on the move as well. You've got gold right now, 4,051. 4,051. $20 gold pieces, $39.95. Silver, $57.53 right now on silver. We've had obviously the expansion here now of the war. It looks as though the Houthis have followed through in saying that they have their own blockade, right? So their blockade is against the Saudis. And today or yesterday, I don't even know what time it is over there, but they had a couple Saudi oil tankers that's got everybody upset, and now everybody's going to pay a terrible price. But apparently, Jason, the Iranians and the Houthis have made a decision. Hey, your terrible price isn't that bad, right? The Iranians said last night that if the Trump administration hits any power plants in Saudi Arabia, they're going to turn the lights out in the entire Iran. Sorry, they're going to turn the lights out in the entire Middle East, and went on to say, if we can't ship oil, nobody's going to ship oil. That was what the Iranians said, and today we had little Marco telling us Iran wants to make a deal, but they really don't want to make a deal, and they're going to pay a terrible price. I don't know. I was hoping to stop talking about this,
Oh, no. We got plenty of runway on this thing, man. This can go for a while.
Right?
I mean, come on. You were expecting in 2022, Joe, to stop talking about Ukraine in months.
Right. I was.
Yeah,
remember I said, what was the best solution for Ukraine? You guys remember? Russia wins in the weekend.
But that's not the best solution for the people that run the financial planet that we're in. They need military budgets fully growing at the largest possible level. So, right? The military-industrial complex, the interest on the debt, we got to stop spending money on Afghanistan. It's not very popular. Why are we even doing there? It doesn't seem like there's anything legit. Well, we got to get a legit reason to spend military money. Well, let's have the Russians move into Ukraine. Let's start that thing up. We can put more money. We can give more money because Europe will go crazy. Let's give more money to Ukraine, We won't tell anybody what we're spending. The news will report it, and then we'll have to make up excuses. But then we'll be out of Afghanistan. And by the way, we'll make sure to have a nice, fully armed enemy when we leave all of our stuff there in Afghanistan. So we can start that one back up when we need to. Yeah, all right, yeah.
Wow. Somebody just placed a $20 million bet on corn futures.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and guess what? The bet wasn't for it to go down. Wow. Well, I guess corn's going to get expensive too. 800-951-0592. Exchange your gold, buy your gold.